They're a vision of the future that is now beginning to happen. A future of the automobile industry that is electric.
Strap in for an electrifying journey. The electric vehicle revolution is charging through the US, set to transform our streets and highways into a showcase of innovation and sustainability. Picture this. In 2021, just over 500,000 EVs were cruising America's roads. Fast forward to the close of this decade, and we're looking at a forecasted explosion to an incredible 4.7 million EVs sold annually. Thanks to data from International Energy Agency, we see the US playing a pivotal role in this global shift toward electrification. A monumental leap that echoes the thrill of a Hollywood chase scene, except this script is written in green. The horizon gleams even brighter as we peer further into the future. Industry pundits are aligning the stars for EVs.
Their own electric charging infrastructure throughout their state,
projecting them to snatch nearly 30% of the new car market by 2030. This isn't just growth, it's a revolution, escalating from a whisper to a roar as the decade progresses. Yet, opinions diverge on the exact pace of this acceleration. S&P Global Mobility throws in an estimate of 40%, while others speculate figures breaching the 50% mark. So grab your popcorn and prepare for a spectacle. The American roadway is set to go electric, and the transition may just outpace our wildest expectations. The question isn't just whether we're ready for this change, but how we'll adapt to and embrace the electric dream hurtling towards us. But a shadow flickers beneath this bright future. Lurking beneath the excitement is a growing sense of frustration. The critical issue is the lack of focus on building the infrastructure needed to support a large-scale EV transition. This could be a major roadblock, a giant pothole threatening to derail the widespread adoption of EVs.
We're going to replace with clean electric vehicles made right here in America by America.
Let's shift gears and zoom in on the roadmap to an electric future. Two recent articles illuminate the path forward. One from the LA Times showcases a beacon of hope, a disadvantaged California community leading the charge in EV adoption and infrastructure development. This real-world project serves as a blueprint for nationwide success. The other article tackles a potential roadblock, the challenges our electric grid faces with the surging popularity of EVs. These developments raise a critical question. How can the United States orchestrate a smooth transition to a nationwide electric vehicle fleet? As mentioned earlier, significant investments reaching nearly $500 billion are already pouring fuel into the EV fire. But with any major transformation, challenges arise. The thrill of electric vehicles is undeniable. Manufacturers are constantly pushing boundaries, developing innovative ways to extend their range.
GM is making the largest investment in its history. $7 billion to build electric vehicles.
A trend worthy of a standing ovation. But here's the plot twist. A robust charging infrastructure is the true hero of this story. Without it, the electric vehicle revolution in the US could grind to a halt. This is the Achilles heel, the critical issue demanding immediate attention. Several European countries have already taken the lead, investing heavily in expanding their infrastructure to keep pace with the growing EV population on their roads. Unfortunately, the United States is lagging behind in this crucial race. Simply throwing a fresh coat of paint on existing power plants won't be enough. The US needs a complete overhaul to generate the significant additional electricity needed if electric vehicle adoption reaches the projected levels. These estimates suggest a potential surge in electricity demand, anywhere from 30 to 50% above current levels. That's a massive jump, and the grid needs to be prepped for the challenge. The US already faces challenges meeting its current electricity needs, with some regions like California experiencing rolling blackouts even in the summer. This vulnerability raises concerns about the viability of a widespread EV transition without substantial infrastructure investment. California, despite being relatively well positioned for EV adoption, highlights this challenge.
Ford is investing $11 billion in electric vehicles.
Europe's lead isn't just about government investment. Look no further than Shell, a giant of the gas station industry, for proof. They've recently flipped the script in the UK, converting a gas station into a gleaming electric vehicle charging hub. This bold move by a traditional energy player underscores the proactive approach Europe is taking. The winds of change are also swirling within the auto industry. Major manufacturers like Chrysler are charting a course towards a fully electric future by 2026, with others like Jaguar setting sail for the same destination by 2030. These developments send a clear message. The time to address America's infrastructure gap is now. The electric vehicle revolution is barreling down the highway, and the US needs to be in the driver's seat, not stuck in the slow lane. The auto industry is hitting the gas pedal on EVs. Major brands like Bentley, Cadillac, Lotus, Mini, and Volvo are all planning a significant electric surge by 2030. Even giants like Toyota, Honda, and GM are joining the movement, aiming for nearly half of their sales to be electric within the next 6 years. These bold claims are backed by serious greenbacks. A deep dive on our website by Justin, link in description, reveals that automakers are pouring over $500 billion into the EV transition. But hold on a sec, let's pump the brakes a bit. While the enthusiasm is infectious, there are some potential roadblocks on the horizon.
The future of the auto industry is electric. There's no turning back.
Battery production and charging infrastructure rely heavily on critical materials, and their availability is raising concerns. A recent article sheds light on this issue. It turns out China dominates the processing of these materials. We're talking nearly 60% of the world's lithium, 35% of nickel, 65% of cobalt, and a whopping 85% of rare earth elements, all essential ingredients for EV batteries, according to the Director for Critical Mineral Strategy in Securing America's Future Energy. This heavy reliance on China creates potential supply chain vulnerabilities that need to be addressed before the EV revolution sputters out of fuel. The electric vehicle revolution isn't just about plugging in your car, it's a geopolitical and economic chess game as well. Securing access to the raw materials needed for batteries and forging new partnerships will be critical to fulfilling the dream of a widespread EV future. We can't ignore the supply chain elephant in the room, but the challenges extend beyond the battery itself. The power grid infrastructure needs a serious upgrade to handle the surge of electric vehicles. Here's where things get interesting. Industry experts are seeing dollar signs when they look at EVs. Take Florida, for example. They're sending out a statewide pep rally in the mail, encouraging residents to jump on board the EV train and offering tips for charging on a budget. This collaboration between government incentives and power companies' marketing muscle is a winning formula for boosting infrastructure investments. However, relying solely on past promises from public entities can be a gamble. Let's face it, history is littered with unfulfilled infrastructure dreams. Private companies like Tesla have shown us what's possible, building robust charging networks that give them a competitive edge. But not all networks are created equal. Others, like Electrify America, are struggling with reliability issues. This inconsistency highlights the need for a multi-pronged approach, with both public and private entities working together to ensure a smooth and reliable charging infrastructure for all. Building the infrastructure isn't enough. We need to educate drivers as well. Many consumers are still in the dark about EV charging, confused by terms like Level 1, Level 2, and Level 3 chargers, and unsure of the potential downsides of overusing superfast options. Think of it like this: New Jersey has a unique law where you can't pump your own gas. Could similar regulations be applied to EV charging, ensuring proper technique and safety? That's a fascinating question we might delve deeper into in a future investigation. For a more comprehensive view, subscribe to our channel, Ignition Life, and stay plugged in. The electric vehicle era is zooming towards us, but we can't forget to buckle up the infrastructure first. For this transformation to reach its full potential, fortifying the charging network remains the critical linchpin. By combining strategic investments with educational outreach, we can ensure a smooth ride into the electric future.